Hi and welcome to a Key Stage 2 video challenge with Clevertouch Home Learning. I'm Gareth, the primary school teacher, and this is my daughter and assistant, Tallulah. Wave hello to everyone, Tallulah. Okay, now in this presentation, it's a science presentation giving you some activities that you can try on Snowflake, which is a program that Clevertouch give away with their screens. You can go to snow.live, or if you go to clevertouch.com, you can access the activities that way by signing up for our classroom. Now, living things, that's what our science topic is going to be about. We're going to do a few videos on this topic, and we're going to, you can press the arrow, we're going to look at life on Earth. And we're going to focus today on a group of animals called vertebrates. Whoa, wait a minute there, Tallulah. So, let me explain this to you, Tallulah, because you won't know this. Tallulah's in Key Stage 1, but she's very clever and she likes learning about animals. So, there's all life on Earth, right? We are the only planet in our solar system, in our galaxy, possibly even our universe, that has life on it. We are so lucky. And the other amazing thing is how much variety there is to that life on Earth. There are three kind of main groups, is the way I see it. If I want to simplify it down for everyone in Key Stage 2, three main groups that you want to think about when you think of life on Earth. There are, Tallulah, plants, animals, and then there's all the microorganisms and fungi and bacteria and things like that. Viruses. Some scientists say that viruses aren't alive. Some scientists say that they are alive. We certainly know they're causing lots of bother at the minute with the virus that's keeping us all in our homes. So, if you want something to do while you're hiding away from the virus, this is just the thing. Do a bit of research on living things. So, Tallulah, we're not going to look at plants or microorganisms today. We're going to look at animals. So, we're going to hit the word animals there. Right. Now, animals split up into three main groups themselves. So, we have animals that have liquid skeletons, squishy animals that, Tallulah, you're going to knock the camera there, turn around, there we go. We have animals that have squishy skeletons like worms, and we have arthropod animals that have an exoskeleton. They wear their skeleton on the outside like a type of armour, like a beetle. And we have vertebrates, and those are the creatures that have an internal skeleton. Do you have a skeleton, Tallulah? Where's your skeleton? Inside. It's inside. So we are vertebrates, okay? And that's the group of animals we're going to learn about today. Tallulah, hit the vertebrates box. There we go. Now, vertebrates splits into five main groups. There are fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals. And all of those, even though they're very different types of animals, they are all part of the vertebrates group. And this picture here shows you what all the vertebrates have in common. Tallulah, what bone do you think that looks like? Or set of bones? It looks like a dinosaur one, do you think? Well, actually, what part of the body do you think that is? Don't touch. That is all the vertebrae. That's all the bones in somebody's back, in their spine. Yeah? So that is what all the vertebrate animals have. They've all got bones inside them, but in particular they have a spine. Now, when the vertebrates evolved, life started off in the oceans, and so the first group of vertebrates that came into being were fish. And then as fish came onto the land, they evolved into amphibians, like frogs, that's right. Then as they moved further away from the water, Tallulah, they became reptiles, scaly reptiles, like the ones that grew into the dinosaurs. And then some of them evolved into birds, and some others evolved into mammals. Just like us, we're mammals, Tallulah. Okay, now let's learn about fish first. Okay, come over here, Tallulah. Look at all the pictures of fish on there. Every creature on this board here is a type of fish. So, these are the features that makes a vertebrate a fish. Fish live in water and take oxygen through gills. Fish reproduce by laying soft eggs. Fish have fins, so there's a body part to look out for. Fish have fins and a tail to help them move. Eels are a fish too, for example. They are kind of like one long tail, aren't they? But they do have fins, some eels. Sharks and rays have a rubbery skeleton made of cartilage. Now, we have part of our skeleton that's made of cartilage, rubbery, our nose and our ears. Right, so we have some of the material that sharks have for all of their bones in our bodies. Okay, so here are lots of different types of fish. Here's a picture of some gills and their soft eggs and fins. And a shark, yeah, look, a seahorse. Okay, now amphibians. Now amphibians were the first vertebrates to walk on land. Okay, plants and insects had already got there first though. Now they evolved from fish who turned their fins into legs. But they need to live near water. Their skin will dry out if they're not close enough to water. They reproduce by laying soft eggs, just like fish, and they have to do that in water. Their young have gills, but adults can have lungs to breathe air. And they include creatures like frogs, newts, and salamanders. Okay, trying to do that? Right, let's go for reptiles. Right, look at these animals. What reptiles do you recognise there, Tallulah? What can you see? Yeah, what's that? A dinosaur, that's right. Now, cold-blooded reptiles. The first reptiles were amphibians who developed scaly, waterproof skin that stopped them from drying out. They lay eggs on land in a shell because they don't want the eggs to dry out. Their legs are on the sides of their bodies, like amphibians. So, unlike a dog, whose legs are under its body, reptiles and amphibians have legs that come out of the side of their bodies, a bit like our arms do now on us humans. Okay, they include crocodiles, lizards, turtles, chameleons, snakes, and the extinct dinosaurs. Okay, let's have a look at the next animal to do that. Birds. Okay. Now the first birds were small dinosaurs who grew feathers. Birds lay eggs with hard shells. All birds have feathers, beaks, and wings. Are you off somewhere, Tallulah? Go on then, see you in a minute. Some birds can't fly, such as quails, ostriches, and penguins. Flying birds have hollow bones. Makes them lighter so that they can fly and lift off from the ground. Okay, last group, the mammals, our group. The first mammals were small dinosaurs who grew fur. Mammals that walk on four legs have them beneath their bodies, not at the side. Mammals give birth to live babies and produce milk to feed them. Mammals have fur or hair, but some are hairless, but like this mole rat here. So look, here's a baby calf drinking milk from its mother. So giraffes produce milk, tigers produce milk, mice produce milk, dolphins produce milk. Go to the next slide. The platypus is a mammal that lays eggs and has a beak. This is an extremely old type of mammal because it still lays eggs. It's kind of like that link between reptiles and mammals. Some mammals choose to live in water and their legs have become flippers, but they still breathe air and have live babies, and they still give their young milk. Bats are mammals with wings made of skin, so they don't have feathers, and they are still mammals. The largest creature on earth, the blue whale, is a mammal. Okay, so those are all the facts about all those creatures. Tallulah, do you want to come and have a look at some activities? Yeah. Come on then.
Coming in now.
Let's go and have a look. So, yeah. Here we go. So I've got some activities that you can sign up for. Now, Tallulah, you're going to think carefully about these questions. Which of these is a bird? Think carefully, because they have a wings and a beak. Is it a dolphin, a turtle, or a penguin? Hit the penguin. Correct, you got it right. Let's go on to the next question. Oops. Which of these is a mammal? Crocodile, an owl, or a cat? Think carefully. Oh. Think carefully. An owl has a beak and wings. A cat has fur and gives milk. So which? Think carefully. Yes, you got it right. Okay. Which of these is an amphibian? Think carefully. Well done. She got it right. Frog. Next one. Which of these is a reptile, like a dinosaur? Is it a toad, an eel, careful, or a snake? Yeah, no, you were right. You were good. That's right. It's a snake. That's right. Eels and snakes can be tricky, but remember the snakes can come out onto the land and eels can't. There are some snakes that live in water though. Which of these is a mammal, Tallulah? They give birth to live young. Dolphin, bumblebee, or a frog? Now, oh no. Yes, come on then. Dolphin, that's right, they give birth to live young. Which of these is a fish? Think carefully. Is it, one of them's in there as a trick. Ah, well done, you didn't get fooled by jellyfish. It's not a fish at all. Okay, lots of scientists like to call them sea jellies. All right, hold on a minute to do that, because there's some more activities that we can try. Okay, so. Hey? Yeah. So if we go back, oh, you like that quiz, don't you? Very, very much. Okay, so there's some other activities on the list that you can try. Sorting activities, where you take the animals and sort them into their groups. While we let Tallulah have another go at this quiz, look out for those activities. Or why not do your own research? Find out about your favourite animal. Work out, is it a vertebrate? Which group does it belong to? Is it part of the fish, amphibian, reptile, bird, or mammal family? Good luck with your research, and don't forget you can always email in to us or put it onto Clevertouch's social media what you've been up to. So good luck, and today you're going to say goodbye. Wave goodbye to everyone at home, and remember, learning's always better with G and T. Ta-ra!